Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be making some homemade roast beef. Now this here, you have here on camera, is an electric Dutch oven. For now, we're going to turn this all the way up on the high while we start getting all of our ingredients ready. High on this one is 450. So let's get over here, bring it over to the cutting board. So here on our cutting board, we have some celery. And to start off, I'm going to take our knife here. And we're going to, this is called a knife steel, I guess. So we're just going to run our knife down along here. And what it does is it realigns the edge. After chopping on the cutting board like this over and over and over again, what it does to the edges, instead of it being perfect like this, what it does is it mushrooms over the edge like this. So instead of cutting with a straight edge like this, you're cutting with an edge like this. It doesn't really sharpen the knife. It just makes the knife straighter. Now, I mean, this happens on a microscopic level. But the way you fix this is, you take your knife. Now, you can't see this on the video, but if you pick one of these up, you can feel it. See, I already did it to this one, but I'm going to do a demo here. You run your finger along here, and if your finger grabs onto the knife. Now, can you hear that? Here's a different knife. That one feels sharp too. Here's one. You hear that? And you can see, maybe you can see that. This knife edge is all damaged and bent. So obviously it's going to be duller. The way you fix this is you grab one of these and you'll get the right feeling for it. What you want to do is you want to run the knife down along here like this. And to the other side. Like so. And see? Just careful you don't hit your fingers. Then afterwards, you just grab a towel and wipe the knife off because there could be metal spurs and stuff in there that you just took off. Alright, so now we're going to cut our celery. Now, I'm going to cut it about this long. Instead of taking off stalk by stalk, I'm just going to cut it off the whole bunch. Now I'm going to get a strainer. Grab a strainer here. I'm just going to set the celery in it. That way I can rinse it off. This ought to be enough. See? You can see we got our celery. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to rinse it off, make sure everything looks nice and clean, that there's no dirt. Then I'm going to shake the water off. I'm going to dump it over here into our Dutch oven. Let's do this here too. same. We're going to rinse it off. Make sure there's no dirt on it. See? Then we're just going to come over here, dump it into our Dutch oven. Now I have some carrots here. We're going to need these. We're going to need some potatoes. I have a whole yellow onion. I have probably 5 pounds of potatoes or so. It's a 5-pound bag. I'm not sure if there's any, if I took any out of here or not. Probably gonna use maybe half this or so. So start off. If you're using something like red potatoes, well, let me rephrase that. If your potatoes are already washed, you don't have to wash them again. I'm not sure if these are or not. So usually red potatoes or Yukon Gold potatoes or are the ones that are washed. Russet potatoes, the ones you normally use for French fries, aren't. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this potato in half. You want to try to make everything in the pot about the same size. So I'm going to cut this like this. I think quarters is good enough. I'm just going to throw it in a strainer for now. Let's wash a bunch of these up. I'm pretty sure that these are already washed, so I'm just rinsing them off. See what that looks like. That might be enough. Okay. Some of them I'm just going to cut in half. You really got to eyeball it. You know. So I'm going to cut in quarters. I think that should be enough potatoes. Next, we're going to do our onion. So we're going to take off all this loose skin here and just bring it over to the garbage. Now the best way I find to peel an onion is to start with the root end, because that's where all that bad onion juice comes from that burns your eyes and your nose. Make sure you got a sharp knife and you want to slice, don't chop. You want to make sure you come back a little bit so you can take off the whole root. Let me see if I can do this left-handed so I can show you. So what we're going to do is slice straight down like so. Then this is the stem side. If it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I'm cutting left-handed. What we're going to do is we're going to try to drag this down. Now what we can do is, you see here, we're going to peel all this off. We're going to take this point here on our knife, this edge here. And we're gonna hook underneath this orange peel here, like so. We're gonna try to get up underneath there. We're gonna grab it with our fingers. See? Nice big onion skin. Now we're just going to take our onion, cut it in half, and we're going to do is we're going to take the knife and we're going to cut. So this would have been the top or the bottom of the onion. So we cut it in half down through the top. Now we're going to turn it over and we're going to cut down along the side. You want to make these slices pretty thick. As you can see, because you don't want them to break down. Our pan's getting hot over here. So now it's about the time I'm going to add some water. Not much. Because once we get everything in there, we're going to measure based on how much space the meat and stuff takes up. Okay. So now we're going to slice up this other onion here. Okay, so let's get this thing sliced up here. Remove our garbage over to the side. Make sure you keep all your fingers out of the way when you're cutting. That's the last thing you need is cut off one of your fingers. See, now we're just going to break them up like this when we put it in there. Now the reason why I'm doing the celery and the onions is because I'm going to put the meat on top of the celery and the onions. And the carrots and the potatoes are going to go around the outside. It gives it a barrier so the meat doesn't burn to the bottom of the pan. I'm just going to dry this off here quick. Okay. Next we're going to do our carrots. Now I'm not going to really, these carrots are already washed. I'm not going to bother peeling them. It'd be different if I was eating the carrots raw. Because there are contaminants that could be on the outside that come from the dirt, such as salmonella or coccidiosis. because anything that's in the dirt, because that's where stuff like that comes from, and stuff like chicken and beef carries it. That's a topic for no whole other day. It would be different. I would peel them if I was going to eat them raw, but they're already washed and they're going to be cooked to a mush, so there won't be no bacteria left. So they're fine just like this. All I'm doing is I'm just cutting the ends off. I mean, if you really want to, you can. I just like to cut them off. They ain't gonna hurt you or anything like that. Another thing, you want to slice, not chop, because you're going to damage your knife more if you chop. Come on, I'm making a video. Get out. So what you want to do is you want to just get all your carrots chopped up. You want to leave some mass to them, some size, so they don't just cook into nothing. So there's our carrots and our potatoes. I'm going to see if I have some more carrots. And I do. So let's open these up. And as I said before, these carrots are all washed. What I'm going to do is just going to cut the ends off. I think I might need 2 more carrots this size. Probably should use these first. I forgot I had them though. So I'm going to pause the camera quick. I'm going to put the carrots and stuff away, go get the meat. And I'm going to bring you a view of over here of our Dutch oven. Before I turn you around and give you the view of our Dutch oven, this is a bottom round roast, a beef bottom round roast. This is 4 pounds, 10 ounces. Or sorry, no, 4.10 pounds. We got this for $2.99 a pound. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this out of the plastic. Now, don't do this until all your vegetables are cut up and you're done with your knife and your cutting board. Alright, there's our roast. I'm going to wash my hands quick. Okay. So, let's season this up before we transfer it over. I have some seasoned salt. Some garlic powder. Not garlic salt, garlic powder, or you can use fresh garlic. The only salt we're putting in here right now is the seasoned salt. Onion powder. We're going to put a little bit of soy sauce on top. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to pick our roast up. Now, this here is the fattiest part of the meat. So I'm going to put that down for now at least. And let's do that quick. Transfer this over here to our pot. So what I did was I put the seasoned side down. So we're going to season it again. Seasoning salt. It's usually like a red powder. Put some in the water too. Some around the sides. Garlic powder. Remember, garlic powder, not garlic salt. Onion powder. Now, I have some bay leaves here. I'm going to put 2 bay leaves in this water. So here's one. And I'm going to put that in the water, not on the meat or on the vegetables. And there's 2 halves. So there's 2 bay leaves. Now in the water, I'm going to add some soy sauce. We're just going to add some salt flavor to it. So if you want to add salt, wait until after it's done and you add it onto your plate. So the next step is I have some black coffee. I'll show you here in a second. This leftover coffee from this morning. You don't want to use any flavored coffee or anything like that with creamer. It's regular old-fashioned black coffee. And I'm going to add some in here. Not quite sure how much. Just enough to change the color of the water. Now in a separate bowl, I'll show you here in a second. I'm going to take this bowl here. I'm grabbing some cornstarch. I'm going to take the spoon here like you would use to eat cereal with. It's called a teaspoon. And I have 1 spoon here. 2, 3, 4 spoons of cornstarch. I'm just going to rinse that off my hands quick. That's what it looks like. Then I'm going to add some water to it. So let me get a cup here. I got 1 cup of water here. I'm going to dump it in this bowl. And I have, you want to do this quickly, I have a whisk here. I'm just going to whisk it all together. Pretty much what we're going to do is we're mixing the cornstarch powder with water, and we're going to dissolve it until there's no visible signs of cornstarch left. So, alright, now that that's done, what you want to do is I'm going to push these vegetables and stuff out of the way. We're going to dump this in here, and we're going to whisk it in right away. If you don't whisk it in right away, depending on how hot your water is, you can make dumplings or little balls of cornstarch. It's not good. So what you want to do is you want to mix it around like so. And what that's going to do is, as it heats up and cooks everything, it's going to thicken and it's going to make it thicker. So now I have our potatoes and carrots. We're just going to lay these around here like so. Grab some potatoes. Just gonna layer it around here good, like so. I want to make it all about the same level. Okay. So now I have a coffee pot here. It's empty. Just using it as a container for water. You want to eyeball this. I'll be right there. I'll show you. In that coffee pot, I got a jug here. I have a jug of water. Just move this over here. Jug of water here. Okay. Just gonna pick this up here. Pick this up here with the edge of the knife like this. Just gonna put some stuff underneath of it just to jack it up, so there's the meat's out of the water more, like so. Okay, so we're gonna check back here in a few hours. But some quick tips is, depending on your cooker, this one, when it's up to temperature, the light goes out. So right now I have it set on 450. So when the light goes out, it might be 10-15 minutes or so. I'm going to turn mine down to 300, which is about medium. So we're going to come back and check on it in a couple hours. Make sure you put a good lid on it. Or make sure you put a lid on it. That's it for now. We'll be right back. Well, here's our roast beef. It's nice and done and cooked. Our liquid's a little thin. We're gonna make some gravy here real quick. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and point it at the stove and show you how to make some nice gravy with this broth. So I have this platter here. I'm going to lay our meat and vegetables out on it. Here's our roast. We're going to lay out our...
Hey, son, is dinner almost done yet? Oh, my favorite. You're a good son. I don't care what your mother says about you. You're all right.
We're almost done here. It's gotta...
Did you put the bay leaves and the coffee in there and everything like I taught you to?
Yup.
All right. Onion powder, garlic.
Yup.
Wow, you're all right. Yeah, I don't care what your mom says about you. You're all right, son.
That's what I was looking for. I couldn't find it.
Give me that sword. You can take that other one.
Better,
I'll get out of your hair.
Better tool for the job. Let's center this here a little bit better. That looks better.
Just put a little bit at a time out there during the day so it don't sit all night.
Oh, I wish it had something like smell. Like you could smell this. This smells amazing.
Smell-o-vision, they call that.
Yeah, smell-o-vision. That's what it's called.
Or even taste-o-vision.
Yeah, taste-o-vision. Well, they do have that. You just got to make it at home for yourselves.
Just leave it there.
If you make it at home, there's your taste-o-vision. And you can even have smell-o-vision too. Carrots, potatoes, celery. There's some onion in here floating around somewhere. Alright. Put our tools aside for right now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to set this platter to the side. And we're going to switch our camera angles. And we're going to be making some gravy with this nice broth we have here. So, let's get crap. That damn dad of mine. Put that over there. Alright. So the first step is we're going to turn our burner on. This one's worn out, so you got to light it like that. Let's get our liquid coming over. Carefully don't spill this because this is a massive mess to clean up. See how much fits in there. I think that there's enough. Rest of it I'll lay down for the dog later. He'll wake it up. Yeah, beef stew tomorrow. Make a video on that too. So, while this heats up, You want to get your cornstarch out that you had earlier. And another little bowl. As you can see here. Let's see. I'm not really going to measure it. More so just going to eyeball it. Pretty much what we need is some cornstarch. And we need some water. Oops. Gravity sucks. Alright. Let's whisk this up. The reason why we gotta mix the cornstarch with water first is so it doesn't create little balls of like dough or cornstarch that cook and make like dumplings. Okay. So now we got this all whisked good. You want to dump it in slowly into the water as you whisk it. Let's rinse that out. Hey, I missed a carrot. Now, as this heats up, you want to whisk it occasionally to keep it from cooking to the bottom. And we still may have to add more cornstarch, so don't put that bowl in the sink quite yet. So this is a nice holiday meal. Instead of a traditional turkey or ham or when you want just a nice home cooked meal. It's not a holiday or nothing right now, but I wish it's a I don't know if you could hear that, but my dad, Big Jim Country Boy, said it's an every day of the year meal. It's what he wants every day of the year. It's one of them things that's like comfort food. Nice cold day. Nice warm, fills you up. I'm gonna let that sit a minute and heat up. As you can see, it's starting to heat up. We just want to whisk it up. Keep it all mixed. Keep it from burning. Now, as it heats up, it will get thicker. Like I said, though, we still may have to add some more cornstarch and water. It won't get to its full thickness until it's at a boil. and then it will thicken more as it cools. You don't want to set a lid on here, because if you have time to set a lid on here, it's too much time. You should be stirring it or whisking it. Let's take our ladle here. I just want to show you something. As you can see, it's getting nice and thick. And if it just so happens that you happen to put too much cornstarch and water in here, and it's getting real thick and hasn't come to a boil yet, you can always add water and it'll thin it down. But I think I might have just hit the nail on the head and put the right amount in here. We'll have to see. Nice and thick. I think we're getting close here. We're getting real close here. think that's what I call boiling. So now while we got it nice and hot, it's boiling. It's at its maximum thickness. I think that's thick enough for me. So we're going to turn it off. Take it off the heat. Throw our whisk on the floor. Put a lid on the pot. So, let's give you a good look here. Here's our pot with our gravy. Here is the main body of our meal. We got our potatoes, our carrots, our celery, and our big, nice chunk of meat. So, for those of you who wanted to know, that's how you make nice homemade pot roast or roast beef. Don't forget to hit that like button down below and hit the red subscribe notifications. And if you got any questions or you have any suggestions for future videos, or you guys just want to say hi, leave a comment down below. It's Little Jim Country Boy, or Jim the Country Boy. Peace out.